Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Tim Vixay with my crippled friend. This is episode 16. We took a couple weeks off just to kind of catch up, and we were just busy. But I'm here at the Oscar Mike compound in Poplar Grove, Illinois, with one of my cripple friends, Chris Fleace. What's going on, buddy?
Hey, Tim. How's it going?
Dude, it's been great, man. Just trying to think, the last time I saw you was probably just at Nationals, right?
Yeah, Nationals. That was the last time we were together. We had a little party after.
For those that don't know, Chris Fleace is a member of the University of Arizona Wildcats, and they are back-to-back champs, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Yeah.
You guys had a hell of a run at Nationals, man. It was really cool to watch.
Yeah, it was it was fun to play.
Was that your first Nationals experience?
No, it was my second. Our first one was in Phoenix.
Oh, right. Okay. Just last year.
Yeah, just last year.
Yeah.
So, and then, I've only been playing rugby for 3 years now. This will be my fourth season.
Damn.
So,
yeah, man. Well, you got with a good team.
I got with the perfect group of guys to start off with.
Right. That's really what helped accelerate my career. Was I started playing with Portland, and at the time we were national contenders. Like, we went to the national championship game, I think 4 or 5 years in a row, and lost it each time. But they finally got over the hump.
Who was on the team then?
On the team?
Yeah.
We had the first 2 years we had Ian Chan from Canada.
Oh, okay.
And then we had Lars from Belgium.
Okay.
And then our U.S. guys, we had Will Grew.
Okay.
Who was a stud,
right.
2.0.
I remember.
He's off
at camp.
Oh yeah.
He's nice.
He's off hand cycling around the world.
Right. Yeah.
Dominating that sport. So I'm actually hoping to get him on the podcast soon.
That'd be a good guy
he's
to have.
His mentality when it comes to an athletic approach is unreal.
Yeah. He's a good coach.
Yeah.
Period. Too.
Very knowledgeable. Just very. He knows his shit, and he also puts in the work.
Yeah.
He's one of those guys that is a really good mentor to have, and I consider him probably one of my biggest life mentors.
Wasn't he a vet also?
He's a Navy vet.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So
yeah, I don't know what our chances are of getting him on the team, but maybe after he's done hand cycling, and I'm thinking
do it for fun.
I think he's gonna dominate hand cycling for a while, and then just pick up another sport to go dominate at. Go play table tennis or what is it? Curling, wheelchair curling.
That would be a good one. We should start wheelchair fencing. That would be a new one.
Wheelchair fencing? They have that.
There you go.
Yeah, it's a Paralympic sport.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually pretty big in Portland for some reason. I don't know why, but you'd be good at it, man, because you got some pretty long arms.
Right.
So, you're also a associate of the Oscar Mike Militia. You've come out to a few camps now, and that's kind of what brought us here this weekend was
rugby
just doing
camp
that clinic. So
in the clinic.
What were your overall thoughts of that?
So coming out to Oscar Mike is always fun because every time you come out here, you don't know what to expect. It's a program that has done so much for my life, because it first made me realize I could be independent. My first trip in a wheelchair all by myself was here, and I didn't bring a single thing except for clothes and what I needed, but pretty much everything else was here, and I knew it would be a family-oriented place because we're all of the veteran statue. So,
yeah, I remember meeting you at the Phoenix tournament.
Right.
And you just had your ACU backpack on. And
right.
I think I asked Wheeler if you were a veteran. He's like, yeah, he was in the Army. So that was when we first got introduced and we exchanged numbers. And
Wheeler was actually a big part of getting me to come out here. We moved in together at that point. And he started helping me learn how to do things more independent. And I had a nurse helping me at the time too. And then I kid you not, literally after I learned I could do my bow program and everything, Wheeler was like, all right, I'm calling Tim.
Right on.
And
yeah, shout out to Wheeler, man.
Right. And I was here literally the next month. I was out here. And
yeah, when I think Rick was the one that told me, hey, Fleace is coming out. I was like, oh, for real? Like, he told me he wasn't independent or anything.
Yeah, like it was as soon as I learned. And then that's why I got stuck on the toilet, the famous help story.
The first time you got stuck on the toilet.
Yeah, the first time. It happens once a trip.
Yeah.
I mean, we're all quads. So.
Yeah. Well, at least now you know, like, have your phone with you.
Right, yeah.
Actually call for help.
Have an emergency game plan.
Because the first time you got stuck, you were just kind of quietly yelling, just...
Yeah.
Help,
stuck on the toilet for quite a few hours.
Was it really a few hours?
It was over an hour.
Yeah.
It was a rough time, but Rick had to break the door to come in. So now the bathroom door doesn't have a lock down there.
You shouldn't ever lock the door.
Obviously.
Like, we
learned that one pretty quick.
The one time I needed to call someone in to help was I was moving my chair, so I unlocked the brakes, and I was moving my chair, and my foot kicked it out of my reach, and I was just like, oh shit.
I've had that happen showering at home.
Yeah.
I go to push the chair out, and then it's thinking rolls too far away, so I have to call Bell or Lee to come in and push. Hey, can you push my chair back?
What's actually before and you live in Tucson,
right?
With two other quads,
right? We call it Casa de Quad. It's we have 3 low pointers in one house. It's an all accessible House that we also rent from another low pointer that was a 0.5, Gabe Nurkadin. And so he had it set up perfect for somebody with very low function. So we ended up, Eric's lease came up, and he knew I lived with Lee, and he said he got this house we could rent. So I was like, let's do it. It's 3-bedroom. I got another guy that could come hang out with us.
There you go.
It's a 0.5, a 1, and a 1.5.
Yeah, it's
all
just
together.
All low pointers. That's
right.
the best part about it.
Right, and we all have our duties in the house. Like there's all reach is my thing. Functions Bell's thing, and
what are you like responsible for any of like the. Like, how does it work out with, like, the groceries?
So we all go and we just hop in the van and go to the grocery store right down the street. Like, Eric has a all-accessible van. Or, if anything, like, usually we'll try and time it. So I'm usually home most of the time, me or Lee. And then the grocery store is right down the street. So when Bell's coming home from work, he'll shoot me a text and be like, hey, you home? Like, yeah. He'll be like, all right, we need groceries. I'll be like, all right, I'll push down. I'll get everything in the store, and then by the time you're at the store, just pull up to the sidewalk and let the ramp down.
Yeah.
And we just load the van up and get in and head home. So,
you guys, what's really cool about the house too is you guys are all like Team US hopefuls or on Team US.
Right. Yeah. It's high level rugby there. It's just high level like tricks and tips,
What do you guys what sorts of training do you guys do?
So right now, since the season's been off, it's just basically the USA guys. We'll go into the rec every Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday. We have practice normally.
Yeah, the rec center on campus.
Right. And
that's so nice to have a facility like that.
It's a great facility, especially for rugby. Actually, it's funny, when we won the last championship, the first one, we actually got them to paint rugby lines on the court.
Good.
So we have a key permanently painted on one of the courts.
Yeah, I played, I was down there. Was it like February or something? I was down there.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. So they're actually starting to, notice us there, just the whole campus, period. So, and then they have a all accessible gym, the DRC. So right when you're done at the rec at the gym, you know, we'll go push and do our sprints and our 5, 10, 5s.
It's been a couple years since I've actually been in the DRC, but
Yeah.
I imagine, I mean, all the equipment's
Oh,
top
we
notch.
just got a new rower and a skier.
Yeah.
Those are really nice.
Dude, I just started using my rower. I bought a rower a couple months ago and finally got it all set up. And
Yeah.
dude, I love it. Like,
It's a good exercise.
It's a great compliment to rugby, because with
Right.
rugby, I mean, you're always just
pushing
lurching forward
and then actually.
Yeah, and then on the
getting
rower, it's like, I mean, you don't even have to go fast. You can just, you know, really just focus on your pull and pulling your scaps back.
Right. We also have, there's just all kinds of equipment you can just pull up in under, and you don't even have to get out of your chair.
Yeah.
But they also have the ones you can transfer into.
Yeah.
And you just do your lift program there, and then everybody pretty much heads home. You're home by 2, 3 in the afternoon. So, and then that's pretty much it. You have your regular weekdays where you won't be in your chair. You'll just go into the gym.
Yeah.
But,
The sports program there's, I mean, one of the best. The adaptive sports program is one of the best in the nation.
It's ridiculous. They have a wall of Paralympians.
Yeah.
When you roll into it, and you can see there's at least 20-some Paralympians just on the wall.
Yeah, I'd say I know probably. I mean, outside of rugby, I probably know like a dozen.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, everything from like wheelchair racing to hand cycle to
Right, yeah.
tennis. Tennis was really big.
Their sports program there for adaptive sports is ridiculous.
Have you gotten involved in any sports?
So I just do rugby because of my function. I'm not really able to do much. I did try tennis. I did tennis for a little bit. It was okay. I mean,
that with Brian Barton?
It was with Mia Hansen. She had a program. It was actually with a couple other veterans they had out there, because she's part of PVA members.
Yeah.
There. So I've done shooting with them. They took.
It's like air rifles.
No, they took us to shotgun range, actual range.
Trap.
We did it. Yeah, they did some trap and skeet shooting, but I wasn't comfortable with doing it because they didn't have any accessible setups. You kind of had to know what you were doing. Most of these quads that I saw doing it are all in power chairs,
And
then they have a stand. They set their rifle on, and then they just lean back and they pull. And man, these guys nail it every time.
I got introduced to trap shooting. Was it last year? It was last year or 2 years ago in Jacksonville with Brooks. They just had us there for like it was before their SummerSlam, and they took us out to their trap shooting range, and it wasn't bad. I needed help holding the fore end of the gun,
Right.
because of the weight of the barrel, but yeah, we were able to hit a couple clays. Kara is a hell of a shot. And obviously, we had like 8 guys out there in Kara, and we're all vets, and we turned it into a competition. It was best out of 5, and I think Kara got like 4 out of 5 or 5 out of 5.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's
so
pretty good.
Don't fuck with Kara.
Right? Don't be in front of her barrel.
But it got me interested in maybe exploring like some duck hunting or something.
That sounds like that would be some fun.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, she had a program for adaptive sports that she got granted some stuff. So we ran a little tennis program and went out there and had some fun. It actually wasn't that bad.
You think you could get into another sport, like say track or
hand
cycling?
I would probably be good at hand cycling or track or something, but I like rugby for right now. I was always
for sure. Yeah.
I was always a contact sport type of person.
Yeah.
So.
No, I feel you. I mean, I was the same way. I mean, my first 6 years, all I did was rugby.
I mean, that's probably how I see it going. Once my body starts getting more and more tired of the contact, it's probably going to lean towards more of a track aspect, maybe. And
that's good cross training too.
Right. Because I could probably, if I quit smoking, I could probably do a distance type thing.
You gotta quit, man.
Right? Yeah.
You know you do.
Eventually.
At some point. To get.
Yeah, I'm a dinosaur.
Yeah.
They're all
Dude,
going extinct.
Nicotine's a fucking hell of a thing to kick. I mean, I quit drinking for over a year, and that was after the first 4 months. It was easy.
Yeah.
But the nicotine, I mean, I've been dipping since I was like 15.
Right. Yeah. It's a trap. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. You just gotta, I don't know, replace it with something else or.
Yeah, you gotta. I try and quit, and then I start eating everything, and I gain weight.
Yeah, that's what happened. That's what happened to my grandma, dude.
That's the worst thing in quad life. You can't gain weight.
Oh, dude, yeah.
Dude,
you think about that, like, someone put it in this really good perspective, and it was like every 10 pounds you lose is like the equivalent of a bowling ball.
Yeah.
That you no longer have to
carry,
transfer with and push with, and I mean, you imagine like, I used to be 165, and I'm down to like 135 now. So you imagine, I mean, 3 bowling balls that I had.
I was 200 at one point when I was a quad.
Yeah, we don't have the triceps to fucking carry around any extra weight. So it's like,
forget that.
Yeah, no, dude, you've avoided the quad gut.
Yeah,
and
I'm
like
pretty good at that.
I
just watch what I eat. I try not to eat a lot.
Yeah, what's like a typical diet for you?
Microwave bean burritos.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every,
just
couple
because it's
nights.
easy.
Yeah, just because it's easy.
Yeah.
But Eric actually cooks at home. We actually have we cook quite a lot. We have a pressure cooker and what else do we have? The crock pot. We just got a Traeger, so we've been smoking a lot of meat lately.
Traegers are where it's at, dude.
Yeah, that's
nice. A total Eric Bell thing. Yeah, just coming from the Northwest. Like,
oh, dude, but the stuff that he can put out, man, you'd probably kill for.
Yeah. You did. You guys showed me that egg cracker.
Yeah, dude,
and
that makes life
pretty
so
awesome.
much easier. That's what I was thinking when I was here last time. For last month, cooking the eggs and everything, I was like, man, you guys need that egg cracker.
You're gonna have to send me the link to that.
Yeah, I'll have to get you that. There's a couple toys that he has that I need to send pictures of to you guys here so we can get it here.
Yeah,
there's so many quad tricks that he comes up with and things.
Well, eggs are like, I mean, that's what I make for breakfast when I'm here at the compound.
It's
just
easy.
Really easy, and it's healthy. It's not.
Right.
I'm not saying a bean burrito ain't healthy.
Right. No, dude. I mean, they're not healthy at all.
You're definitely getting your sodium intake.
That's for sure, right? Yeah.
But that's one of the best things about the compound, in my opinion. I mean, besides the whole everything's accessible. I mean, the roll-in showers makes things super easy.
Yeah,
but having an accessible kitchen.
That kitchen, when I came in last month here, I was pretty stoked about the kitchen remodel and downstairs. Yeah, everything that's been redone here is made it 10 times better.
Yeah, designing spaces did a fucking
from when I first came here and then till now.
Oh, dude, you should have seen when we first bought this place what it looked like.
I've seen pictures. Yeah, but I wasn't here. But like. Yeah.
The only thing that was really accessible was that it had an elevator.
Right. That's what I heard. There wasn't very much ramps.
Yeah, and it was very dated.
Yeah.
The downstairs area where like the entertainment room is now is just like I'm pretty sure this house was owned by swingers at some point.
It's swingers?
Because downstairs.
I wouldn't doubt it. The way it's set up, it just seems like a house.
Well, dude, there was a lot of like black marble and gold.
Yeah, it kind of resembles a Scarface
where
type approach.
Where that fireplace is, there was a pit.
Oh.
Like a pit that was like 2 feet underneath the carpet. Yeah. And it just had I mean, when he showed us the house, it had pillows all around it. And I was just like,
yeah,
okay, we know what's going on.
What was going on. We know what's going on.
It had a big old, well, it was big, but like it was like a, I don't know, 60-inch projector TV. One of them old style, like just boxes. I don't know who ended up moving that thing, but
we should have just
those were
left
heavy.
it that way.
Yeah.
You can just come in and see like 4 wheelchairs around a hole in the ground and 4 quads in it. Just leaning back on pillows.
We were thinking about turning it into a fight club.
There you go.
Yeah, just have a little cripple fight club downstairs.
A little fight pit in the middle. Yeah, no, the compound's a dream come true for any quad.
Yeah.
Period.
I did notice they lowered the beds for you.
Yeah, they have to. Sometimes you have to do what you got to do as a quad. You got to take either the bed frame out or a box spring, something.
Yeah.
You know, transfers are your danger zone.
Dude, that's why I'm glad you have like the mentality that you do.
Yeah.
And it's like, I mean, when you said when you first came out here, you just didn't know what to expect, and you kind of went into it dark.
Oh yeah, you just throw yourself to the wolves, basically. That's how you got to handle this.
That's a great way to put it, because I don't think enough quads do that.
Right. So my thing is with the whole quad thing, like you can have you get hurt and you lose your function. Okay, so you have no idea what you have until you start trying things. Like, that's the whole point of it.
Right.
If you don't throw yourself in again, like I got hurt diving in a 4-foot pool. So literally one of the first things I wanted to do when I got home after my accident was throw my ass in a pool again. Like, you're gonna have to get over it. Like, and now, like, I can swim. I know a bunch of quads that can't even swim. I can do laps around a pool right now. So, dude, without any floating device.
That might be another sport.
So, yeah, I could do swimming as a quad.
Totally. He built like Michael Phelps.
Right. I could do backstroke for days. Like,
I don't know. He might outsmoke you, though.
Yeah, he might. He's
got those lungs.
It'll be, we could try. If he wants to try, we'll try. But.
Yeah, man. Swimming, I got into swimming when I moved down to Lakeshore, and they had like swimming lessons and an all accessible pool that was actually heated. I don't know if you've ever been in the pool at Lakeshore.
No, not at Lakeshore.
It's heated. I forget how much warmer, but it doesn't bother you as much. Like I can be in it for a good hour.
Yeah. I've been to the gym at Lakeshore, and basically the courts. That's it. Just the workout area.
So you haven't been down at like the fitness, like the adaptive gym down there?
No, I don't think so. Not yet.
I'll have to give you a tour next time.
Yeah, I've only been there a few times.
Yeah.
Just for training camps, basically.
Training camps and tryouts.
Yeah. So
bring some swimming shorts next time.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to. So, camp is always fun when you go there. So
yeah, that's another place that I love.
Right. Yeah, Birmingham's always fun.
That's actually what really pushed me for my independence.
Right. Well, yeah, that was another thing Wheeler told me too a long time ago.
It's sort of an unspoken rule.
Yeah.
I mean, they have taken people with caregivers before.
Right. But to actually have any attention drawn to you, be independent.
Yeah.
Basically.
Well, I think it shows like a mentality.
Right. Yeah. That you're not going to let something stop you.
Yeah.
You know?
And I'm not saying like everybody can be independent.
Right. There's definitely people out there that need a caretaker.
Everybody can be a little bit more independent.
Exactly. Right. There's always something more that people can do.
Yeah. Like, learn how to put on a sock. Learn how to put on your pants. Learn how to cook.
Exactly.
Do your laundry or something.
So, yeah, like Rob, he's another 0.5 like us. He's thinking, he works on his, I was just talking to Becca last night about him and his transfers. He tries to transfer himself every week. He still tries. And the poor guy still, I mean, he's to the point where he's right close, but, you know, like.
I think it would help if he lost a little bit of weight.
I mean, he's on the right track with the training and the watching what he eats and everything. And that's exactly what I told Becca. Like, that's my whole thing is as a 0.5, like, you pretty much have nothing. Like, you have to find out what you have to be very hard on yourself.
Yeah.
Like to the point where
I agree.
like people don't understand. Like it's almost torture in a sense.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you get it all the time when like if you are pushing up a hill or something,
right?
Someone wants to help you, or if you know, like for example, like here, like if you're just trying to get some water from the water dispenser,
right?
Obviously you're struggling a little bit, and someone always wants to help you, especially if there's an AB around here, because
right.
everyone around here is so helpful and they're so friendly, where they don't know any better, where you're just like, you're not trying to be rude.
Right. You're used to that kind of struggle at that point.
Yeah.
Like, it's just everyday life is going to take you 10 times harder.
That's one of my philosophies in life, is that like humans are made to struggle, and that's like how we grow.
Right. Yeah. That builds character.
Right.
100%.
Like don't always take the easy way.
Right. Yeah. Like that's my thing, is like I've lived my life doing things the hard way. I know it's a dumb thing to do, but the way I look at it is, if you're used to just doing things the hard way, when it gets tough, guess what?
Yeah.
You're used to it.
Right.
So like just you do, like that's one of the things Bell would get on my case about, is because I'm just so rough on myself and things. He's like, dude, just think sometimes. There are easier ways to do things.
I think it was Bruce Lee that said, don't pray for an easy life.
Yeah.
Pray for the mentality or the mindset to handle a rough life.
Yeah.
Something like that. I probably just totally butchered it. But
no, I know what you're talking about. Yeah. Like have a mentality that you can just survive anything. Like, you know, no matter, just know you're smart enough. Like that's the other thing. Your mind is way stronger than your body. Like it's a proven fact.
Not enough people realize that.
Yeah, like you can't, like to understand. Like here's a good thing to think about. A newborn baby has more function than most of us as soon as it's born, because it can move and kick its legs. It may not be able to know how to use it. Okay, it can't just walk and run out of the ER right there, but it can definitely still wiggle its toes and move around and grab things and whatnot. You just have to train it. And it's the same thing with a quad body. You're born again.
Well, I always say, like, one of the silver linings of like our injuries and most spinal cord injuries is we're still all there mentally.
Right.
You know,
yeah, that's a good thing.
And I know there are some guys that, you know, get the TBI, and that can be frustrating to deal with. But for the most part, everyone still is cognitive to a reasonable level.
Right. And, you know, they may be a little crazy because they've done some things, but, you know, most of them are.
How many of them were like that before their injury, though?
Right. Yeah, exactly. That's probably what got them there.
Exactly. How many of them are like that because they're
right. I mean, I'm pretty sure most of us would raise our hands.
That's what's cool about this little like band of brothers that we have on the militia and Oscar Mike, is just that we were all crazy enough to sign that dotted line, sign our life away for 4 years.
Yeah.
And then we were also dumb enough to be doing something dumb to get injured.
And then we're dumb enough to sign up and travel and go do it again.
Yeah, and play rugby.
Right, yeah. So, and not only that, all the stuff you do at the clinic here at Oscar Mike, like skydiving, all that other stuff, the shooting, the driving, the off-road.
We should get into that, because the clinic wrapped up last night.
Right, the rugby clinic. Now we're doing the fun stuff.
Yeah, we got a week of athlete programs, and this will be my like second time through it. The first time I went through it was with Noah. And it was kind of like the trial run to try to figure everything out. And then, unfortunately, I got a little food poisoning from the local Mexican joint.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, don't eat shrimp in states that aren't connected to the ocean.
Yeah, that's probably a good tip.
Or connected to a state that's touching an ocean. I mean, the nearest ocean is fucking 1,500 miles away somewhere.
Yeah, that's a long trip there for some.
Yeah, that was pretty shitty. But No,
literally.
Yeah. We were able to get through some things. So
Yeah.
tomorrow we are going up and skydiving.
Yeah, we're gonna jump out of a plane again.
This is your second time?
Yeah, I just did it last month. Actually, it was my first time, and it was
Okay.
fun. I was nervous at first, but this time, man, me and Marco are gonna have a talk on the way up there. I'm gonna see if we can go in last or like first.
Okay.
So we're in the back of the plane, and then when everybody jumps out, like we'll tell the pilot to go a little higher.
Okay.
And then that way we can have fun on the way down.
What was your favorite part about the whole experience?
So I would have to say the free falling is probably the coolest part of it all, because you think of it like a roller coaster, like you would get that butterfly feeling or whatnot, but you don't. It's like swimming, like you're just weightless. You can somersault, move around, and as long as you're face down when you put your arms out, you're good. Like
This was Skydive Midwest, right?
yeah, this is the guy came up to me at first and just looked me in the face and goes, "I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I skydive." And I just started laughing, and I didn't think of it, or my buddy thought of it later when I was telling the story. He's like, "You should have looked him back in the face and been like, I drink, I do drugs, I don't skydive. We're going to be a perfect couple. I'll handle 2 of the 3. You just make sure the chute opens."
Was it a pretty clear day?
Yeah, we actually had very perfect weather. It was actually funny. We were supposed to go the day after, but we had storms all throughout the week, and we actually had the one patch that day where it wasn't going to rain, and so Nikki called, and we had to literally drop everything we were doing, and everybody loaded up in the bus.
Get in the bang bus and
Right.
go.
They're like, everybody was so excited for it because it was all our first times doing it, you know?
That's dope.
And
Who else was there?
it was me, Rob Schuler, Daniel was there, the new one.
Oh,
we
yeah,
just
the new
met.
guy.
Who else was there? Christian. He was in our last clinic. Lavelle. Tony. He's a amp from the hip. He was a Purple Heart from Gulf War, if I remember right.
Oh yeah, Tony Dries.
Dries, that's it. And so he was here, and I know I'm forgetting somebody.
That's cool. That's cool that it was nice.
Sam was here too, and it was all our first time skydiving.
Yeah.
So we had 3.
Anybody like almost back out or?
No, nobody backed out, but you could tell on people's faces, like when you were getting in that plane, man, everybody was actually thinking like, yo, you can't stop. You're with somebody.
I think my wiring's kind of fucked up because the first 2 times I did it, I really didn't enjoy it.
You didn't?
It's not that I didn't enjoy it. It just didn't really give me a rush.
Well, yeah, it didn't give me I wouldn't say I got a rush. I'm not going to lie. When we were going up and they opened the door, like I was nervous. Like I got nervous. But then, because like he played a trick on me. He's like, we'll go second, when we get up there. And I was like, oh, good. I get to see someone do it. So I had that in my head, like I get to see someone do it first. And then I'll be like, all right, this is cool. Let's do it. And then as soon as we get up there and the light changes, he's like, no, scoot back. We'll go first. And I'm like, you son of a. And so they open the door and we're scooting up. And then when I saw the camera guys jump out and hang on to the side of the plane, that's when I lost it. And I was like, this is sick. And this big smile comes across my face. And he just falls out of that plane. And I was like, dude, it's actually pretty peaceful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
my favorite part is when your feet are just hanging off the plane.
Yeah.
And you're looking down.
Yep.
And you just see all the cornfields.
Yep.
You're just like, all right.
Right. Like, let's do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can't wait to do it tomorrow. I want to see if you can actually. I don't know if they could actually do like maneuvers while you're tandem.
So the first 2 times I told them, like, it wasn't a rush for me. So the 3rd time I did it, I was like, if I don't enjoy this, I'm not going to skydive ever again.
Right.
And I the instructor or my tandem partner asked me, he's like, so have you ever done this before? And I was like, yeah, I've done it twice. And he's like, oh, so you're used to it. I'm like, well, to be honest with you,
it's not my thing.
Didn't really give me the rush. So
Yeah.
this might be my last time.
Right.
And he goes, oh, okay. Well, we could do some things.
Okay.
And yeah, we did a couple rolls out of the plane.
Oh yeah.
That was dope.
See, that's what I want to do. I just want like my guy to
talk shit to your guy tomorrow.
Right? Oh, dude, he's crazy. So I know we're probably gonna do some. Like I'm telling him, like, dude, I just want to backflip out that thing.
Yeah.
Like
fall out backwards.
Right. Like let's just.
That'd be
dude,
fun.
We'll figure it out.
I'm sure there'd be a safe
throw
way
my
to do it.
arms which way you need me to.
Yeah.
Just tap my shoulder.
Yeah, he'll probably want you to just like cross your arms so you don't smack him in the face with an elbow.
Well, that's fine too.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Yeah,
man.
figure out a way to make it work.
If the chute don't open, just hit something hard. You know, like, we don't want to limp.
Well, you got the lake right there.
Right? Yeah. We could skip.
All right.
Like a skipping stone.
Yeah. If it's I don't know what the weather's gonna be like tomorrow, but if it's clear, try to check out the skyline.
Yeah.
While you're up there.
I just remember when they opened the door and they told us, they said if you look to your right, you could see the city of Milwaukee, and if you look to your left, you see the city of Chicago.
Yeah.
And that was probably the coolest thing ever.
You might be able to catch it when they get the canopy open.
Uh-huh.
You can kind of take a look. And
yeah.
It's pretty cool because it's just like, damn, like.
Yeah. Now every time I fly now, I always look out the window when we're going up, and I try to like look.
You can actually catch the lake here if you're. I don't know, maybe from Arizona, but from Oregon, when we're about less than an hour out, you can see the lake that's in the backyard there.
Oh yeah.
So,
wow.
And have you been on the lake yet?
Yeah, I've been out there for actually no, I don't think I did kayaking yet.
Okay.
But
I think
we'll be doing that this week. They did it last time.
Yeah, I think that's on Wednesday.
Right.
And I've been coming to the compound since we've owned the thing, and I still haven't been on the lake.
Really?
Well, I was on the lake once when it was frozen.
Oh,
but
wow. Yeah, I remember when they were out there last year when it was frozen, and what's his name was jumping in there.
I missed that one.
Who the heck was it? Oh, it was the craziest thing ever. He just ran out there.
Well, they had Earl and Lopez out there one winter.
Yeah.
With sledgehammers, and they were trying to
break through.
Well, you would draw a circle,
right,
and you'd stand in it, and then you would just take turns
throwing hammers,
swinging a sledge, and trying to break the ice on the other guy.
Right.
But the fucking ice was probably a foot thick.
Oh, dude.
You weren't gonna do shit to it.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I went out there on my wheelchair, and it was
perfect.
Yeah, it was cool because I'd never been on a frozen lake before. So
I'll have to come out here this winter and we'll have to do that.
It's a
trip,
sounds dude. Fun. It's a trip when the lake's completely frozen,
and you can just roll out there in your chair. Huh?
Well, you got to get off the dock. Yeah, you got to get off the dock,
and makes the snow go away. Yeah, that'd be dope.
It was cool. We could probably have some fun.
Yeah, we
play some hockey.
Yeah,
play some hockey.
Right. Oh, I tried sled hockey too. That was another sport I tried.
Oh, really?
One of the clinics I came out here. It was one of my first clinics.
Here, huh?
Yeah.
I haven't done that yet.
I think it was just an odd thing. They found a hockey team, an adaptive hockey team somewhere located near here, and we went out and tried the sled hockey. It was me and I don't know, Emmett. Emmett was here.
Shit, another 0.5.
Yeah, another 0.5, and there was a couple other guys, but I could do it a little bit. I just couldn't move fast enough.
It's tough.
Yeah,
I imagine it's tough.
I got pretty bored with it until Rick. They put the push handle on the back of the sled.
Yeah, right on.
And I called Rick over, and he grabbed the back of the sled, and I was like, all right, Rick, I'm going to learn how to turn. Just shove me as fast as you can. And I was like, as soon as I went to pivot my hips and turn, I just fell over and smacked my head on the ice with the helmet on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I don't want to wear a helmet. Why would I need this? I found out.
There's There's a lot of veterans on the U.S. team for sled hockey.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it would be such a fun sport to play.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
I just wish I had a little bit more function to
It's
do it.
it's the amps dominate
Yeah.
that sport for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah, there's a guy from Portland named Rico Roman
Yeah.
that he's on the he's been on the team for a while. I know he's got a couple gold medals, or at least one gold medal.
Wow. So yeah, I did that. There's a few things. I've been I think 3 clinics throughout this. This will be my 3rd one.
Yeah, this is only. But you've been in the compound more than 3 times,
Oh,
right?
yeah. I've been out here for, I don't know how many rugby camps.
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much most of them.
Yeah, most of the ones that like
that aren't during the season.
don't conflict with your schedule.
Right. Yeah. As long as you guys need me, I'm phone call away. So.
No, dude, you know we love having you out.
Yeah, I know.
You're like, you ever feel that like we become characters of the house?
Right. Yeah.
And like everybody kind of has their role.
Yeah. Everyone knows who's here. Like everyone knows when I come in, they're like, all right, well, eventually at one point we're probably going to have to pick Fleace up.
Yeah. You had a little, you didn't really fall over. Was that last night?
No, a couple nights ago. I just got stuck. I couldn't sit all the way up,
Yeah.
man.
You're using my shower chair.
Right, yeah.
I got that thing skyjacked up.
Yeah, man. You got that thing up there to like heaven, man. I got to transfer up on my wheel. And
Well, you know why I do it, right?
So it's easier to put your feet up on your chair, right?
No, man. No. There's only one reason I do it. Because if I had it low like everyone else, fucking everybody be using my chair. How many people do you think came and looked at my chair and were like, I'm not going to fucking use that chair?
That's a good point.
Yeah. You were the only.
Hey, I come and look at it. I'm like, I can do that.
Yeah.
If Tim can do it, I can.
It is what it is.
Right? Yeah. I'll make it work.
Yeah. No, fortunately, because our rooms were right next to each other and we got the bathroom in between. And your roommate
had the freaking
had noise canceling headphones on.
Sticking Mason.
I wasn't going to help you until you started banging on the wall.
Oh, dude, I was sitting there for 30 minutes just trying to build up strength to like.
Well, you were yelling for Mason, so I was like, oh, he probably just needs Mason for something.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't until you're like, are you fucking deaf? And I was like, oh shit, we might have a problem.
I kind of figured. I was like, dude, when I went in there, I looked, and that was the other thing too. I was so frustrated at that point because I had started my program and then it didn't work. So I had to transfer back off, go back into my room, restart, then transfer back on. And that's when I got stuck. Yeah. So I'd already been there for an hour and nothing happened. I was like, oh.
Do you use suppositories or?
Yeah, just the regular suppository.
You have to do it in bed?
Yeah, I can't do it really in the chair in the other way.
Do you just not have the right tool or?
Yeah, I just don't have I've seen the one that you guys use, the longer one.
Have you seen the one I use?
Yeah, isn't yours the longer one that angles up?
No, mine's a little shorter. Makes things a little bit easier.
So yeah, I have a short one that I just Velcroed in my hand.
Yeah.
And I just don't. The way it's angled, it's just, I don't know. I have enough time to where it's easier to just do it in bed.
I don't like gambling like that.
See,
because sometimes I don't have enough time.
I've tested it, as long as I've been doing it, and it's usually like 5-10 minutes before it even starts working.
Yeah.
So as long as I don't fall when I transfer, I can, and that's the other thing, I can tell right before it's going to work.
I think my suppositories are out of date.
Well, that's the other thing too, is like
they've been slow acting.
If I notice if mine are ever smashed or melted or anything, they work a lot faster. Because, because it's already halfway dissolved.
Right. That makes sense.
So, and then I also, if you keep them in the fridge, it helps.
I didn't know that.
It helps keep them together, and then that way you usually have more time.
What I do is when I travel now, I have a little, you know what a hydro flask is?
Yeah.
So they make food grade containers. Oh, really? So I put a bunch in there because because there was one time when I was driving across country and I had a bunch of suppositories in the bed of my truck and they had like melted.
Oh man.
Yeah. I was on a long ass trip and I had them inside of like a Ziploc bag, inside of a duffel bag,
right, and
inside of a Pelican.
Right, you
but
go and open it. And
I was out in Utah for like 2 weeks, and I was like, fuck.
That was about Amazon.
Right.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
That's what I do.
I was able to figure that out with the Hydro Flask, and it's been working pretty well. I did it when I went to Australia, and it was hot as balls there.
So yeah, just do the same thing. Just throw a little ice pack in there, ice cube.
Well, I'm gonna put them in the fridge. I think that's a good idea.
And then flip them back in there, and it'll keep them nice and tough. So then that way, the medicine stays.
Yeah, I've had too many beers. I feel good when brewing. Hopefully it's gonna wait till tomorrow.
Nah, yeah. Tonight's my night again. God damn it.
Yeah.
We're gonna have another fun one.
Another night guy.
Yeah.
I'll make sure I have at least one headphone out.
Right. Yeah. Just be on standby.
Yeah, I got you. QRF.
Right. Yeah. Quick response.
I would have came and gotten you, but I was already in bed and I sleep naked, so it would have taken me way too long to get dressed.
Yeah, I would have been. You'd have been dead by then. He just comes in and I'm just there, bones just hanging off the side of my chair, just a skull.
Yeah, dude. Well, I normally don't really drink a lot, but I just figured it was a special weekend.
Yeah, we had
last night was fun.
We had a rough one last night, man. We had that.
What time did you guys go to bed?
Dude, I don't even know. Like, it wasn't till like at least 1.
Okay. Yeah, I tapped out at like 10.
Yeah, we didn't. We just had a campfire and everything after, and then because we had the thing of Crown, the thing of Patron.
Yeah.
The steak.
Well, remember I told them to get us just a pint.
Yeah,
Patron.
they got the whole.
They got the 5th.
Yep.
Is that Crown gone?
Yeah, it's all gone now. I don't know how the heck we drank the whole thing. Dude.
I didn't have any. I kind of missed it. I was actually just on a beer.
Yeah.
I was just like, I'm just gonna.
Beer doesn't work well with me as a quad.
I think I had like 6 beers.
Yeah.
Once you get past the first
yeah.
piss.
Yeah.
The first like 2 or 3 pisses, and then you're like, all right, you're good.
Yeah, you're pretty much good.
I'm just like, I don't know if you were there. We started a game of King's Cup.
Yeah, I was watching it.
Dude,
Dude, that was funny.
Some of the hardest I ever laughed was just playing King's Cup.
Paul is such a dork. His first internet comment on the freaking bus. Were you there when we were going to the... Oh, man. Back on the first internet.
I think I need to get him on the podcast.
Yeah, Paul would be a good one.
He's a good dude, man. Like, he's another guy who I just know, like, he gets a lot out of this community, like the veteran community that we have here.
Dude, he loves coming here all the time. And it's so funny. Every time I see him, ever since because I think me and Paul were in the first first clinic together. Maybe. And that's when I fell the first night. And Paul was he was my roommate, and I was calling for him to try and help throw my legs back in. And so ever since then, anytime Paul sees me when he comes here, he always gives me shit.
He's a shit talker, dude.
Yeah.
No, he I forgot what I was gonna say about Paul, but no, he's a good dude, man. He's got one of the biggest hearts, and
oh yeah, definitely, he'd do anything for you.
Yeah.
So, and he plays hard at rugby. He does his best each and every time.
Well, you can say that about a lot of the guys that we have, man.
Yeah, everyone puts in 110%. That's for sure.
Yeah,
like that's definitely noticeable.
Like, obviously I'm bummed out that, like, you're not going to roster with us this year, but if I was in your shoes, I would have done the same thing.
Right.
Like, there's no reason to leave the incubator that you have right now.
Yeah.
But and at the same time, man, it's like you're still going to come out and hang out with us. And, like,
yeah.
I mean, you came out and hung out with us after Nationals.
Right, yeah.
Like, after your team won Nationals, you came and hung out.
I went and left right upstairs to come drink with you guys. Yeah, we were doing shots at the bar.
Came and hung out with
and then we came
12th place team.
Yeah.
We had a good time that night too.
Dude, hey, I'm not gonna lie though, that the Oscar Mike game, that last one with you guys lost, but you turned it over the 2 times back to back at the end. But then you guys.
Our last game we lost to DC. That was the
Yeah.
third place game. That was the last game.
Right.
We lost the crossover to Northridge. That one was pretty exciting.
That was the one I was watching.
Yeah, that was our first loss. That was in the crossover.
Right. Yeah.
And yeah, the frustrating one with that was just like we just had too many turnovers early on, and we were just playing catch up, and
yeah, it's
a lot harder.
That's what kills it is the turnovers.
Yeah,
it's hard to make that back.
The early turnovers sets kind of the pace for the rest of the game, and it's always a lot harder to play catch up. So
yeah, that's first. You got to go goal for goal, or else it starts getting away.
Are you guys pretty much retaining the same team, or?
Yeah, we're just kind of putting it all on our backs this year. So
yeah.
No import.
No import. Okay.
As far as I know. But and then it's just pretty much the USA guys. So
I haven't really kept up on much of like the rugby news or kind of the rugby underground. But I heard there's a team looking to import Zach.
Yeah, I've been hearing that too. Either Phoenix or somebody. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think
exactly
Texas is gonna have a good stack deck.
Yeah, Denver's gonna be good again.
Denver's, of course, yeah.
Right.
I mean, you can't ever count out Aoki.
Yeah, no, don't ever do that. I think we'll do okay this year. I don't think we're gonna be anything like we've been because obviously we're missing Ike, and he's kind of, we used to call him our cheat code, you know.
Like
put him in there, and
dude, he could make an argument for best player in the world.
Oh, Ike definitely.
I mean, Riley's always going to be a stud.
Right, but Ike, man, dude, playing with him,
I've seen him
changed my view of rugby. Like the way he uses his low pointers.
He's a lot more cerebral.
Yeah, it's so mechanical.
Dude, and the crazy part is when he was with Texas, like he wasn't nearly as developed as he is now.
Yeah.
And it just kind of shows that like the kind of crucible that like the US players have to go through, cuz I mean, every rugby player in the world wants to play in the US.
Right.
You know, we are kind of like the
dominant factor.
We're like the, you know, what's another good, like we're like the NBA.
Yeah.
Where there's foreign players.
Right, that come in.
I'm so fucking out of touch with sports, dude.
But Ike, man, he's probably one of the best. I remember watching him knock over 3 people in one play.
Yeah. You know what the fuck bugs me about him is how fast he is and he smokes.
Yeah.
Same with Shimakawa.
Oh my gosh. On that note, the smoking part, that's the funny part, is because Ike smokes and I smoke. Me and him are best of friends whenever we're at tournaments.
Yeah, because you guys are smoke break buddies.
Yeah, we always come out there, and I'll be able to communicate with him, and he'll figure out things, because he doesn't speak much English at all.
No.
So it's kind of
funny.
He
can understand if you speak really simple and slow.
Yeah, if you break it down to layman's terms.
Like food?
Right, like what kind of food. And he'll tell you like chicken or beef or whatever, and then you just go up there and tell him, okay, I need this and whatnot. And so, but he actually came and stayed with me when we had our home tournament in Tucson.
Oh, yeah?
And he was doing a documentary at that point.
Yeah.
I didn't know. And so I'm at my apartment getting ready. My coach calls me. He's like, hey, Daisuke's going to be here. Like, I'm like, all right, cool. Call me when he's, outside. I'll go get him. So I'm thinking I got, an hour because he's coming from Phoenix. Well, it turns out they had already left like an hour ago. So I hop in the shower real quick to get ready and whatnot. And then next thing I know, coach calls me. He's like, hey, they're out front or whatever. I'm like, They. He's like, yeah, there's some people with him, like translators or whatever. I'm like, oh, okay. So like throw some shorts on and whatnot. I'm sitting in my chair and I go and open my apartment door and bam, just spotlight. And it's thinking Daisuke and his group of freaking filmographers thinking coming to, this is his trip to the U.S. to come play with his U of A team that he's now, and he's about to stay at this guy's place.
Jeez.
And I just opened the door of my quad self with no shirt on.
So you're famous in Japan somewhere.
Right, yeah, I'm on some posters board in Japan somewhere. The half-naked quad. So that was funny. That was an experience. He keeps to himself pretty much, He's a very... I was actually, there was one thing I asked him. It's custom to take your shoes off when you go into your house or whatever. Yeah. So did you ever think of what you would do if you were in a wheelchair? Like,
I have, no, because it's like in Laotian
right. He legit
culture.
has another wheelchair that he comes in, and he told me he has a little canopy thing he rolls in, or like a dock, or what do you call it? Porch.
Yeah.
And
at his house.
Right. And then on his porch is another wheelchair right there, and he transfers into that one. This is his indoor one.
Huh.
And
yeah, no, I've thought about that.
Yeah.
I've thought about, like, I mean, sometimes if it's a lot of people, I'll take my shoes off, but
right. Yeah.
That was always, man, growing up, like anytime we would have, like, the whole family over for like a big party or something, the entire front porch would be just littered with pairs of shoes. And anytime you left, or if you're gonna go outside, you'd have to go look for your shoes. Like, fuck, I thought I put them over here.
Right. Yeah.
You're looking for your sneakers, man.
Yeah. So that's another thing you never think of with disabilities, is like family customs or traditions that come into play.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, you would never think of that. So
yeah, well, especially with Asian cultures. Like, I remember when we went to Laos a couple months ago, like, we went to a temple, and like, you're supposed to kind of walk around on your knees, and
right.
Everyone's sitting on the floor, and I was like, well, I'm just gonna go in the back, and like, I don't want to get out of my chair. I don't have to transfer out of my chair and make a bunch of old ladies
right. Yeah.
pick me up.
So yeah.
That's the one. That's the one wheelchair skill I wish I had, was a floor transfer.
Yeah, I can't do a floor transfer.
Yeah,
I don't think.
I'm pretty comfortable in my chair of like navigating the community, and
right.
crossing streets, and having to, like, if I have to wheelie over, like curb cuts and shit. But
well, I mean, there was that one time at that Low Point tournament, you didn't really navigate that curb cut that well. We had to be saved.
There was some navigational equipment was down, visuals were low, cognitive skills were on critical.
Just a little.
Yeah, dude. But I recently fell out of my chair.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, just before I came here, I went to go get a haircut and was trying to open the door to my truck, and I didn't have my calf strap on, and somehow my feet like spasmed and slipped under me, and I just dumped out.
Somersaulted?
It was as soon as I sat up, it was like oh shit moment. Like, I'm in fucking deep waters right now. Like, I don't know what the fuck. Fortunately, there was a gay couple that they were walking their dog, so I was like, hey guys,
can you help?
Yeah. Two big bears too. So I was just like, oh, they got it. I was like, they got it.
They got this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've had a few falls out in public. I've hitting cracks or whatnot, and you just somersault forward,
Yeah, I heard you. I heard you tipped out last night.
Last night, when did I fall? No, in the bathroom.
No, I heard you were talking shit to someone,
and
she tipped you out of your chair.
That was last month. They tipped me out of my chair. Nikki?
Kara was telling me that was last night.
Oh, no. I don't know who she's talking about. I flipped Kara out of her chair in Houston.
Yeah?
Because she was talking crap. I got yelled at by some guy, too, for doing it. I was like, what? Hey, homie, she can stand, right? Like, because at that point, she still had some leg work or whatnot. And, yeah, the dude, like, he was yelling at me for some reason. He was like, my cousin's a quad. You shouldn't do that, whatever. I was like, I'm a 0.5. I mean, like, she started it.
Yeah, like, wait a minute.
I'm a quad too. It was quad on quad violence. Sit over there.
We're okay.
We don't need a ref right now.
Fucking white knights, man.
Right?
Those white knights that just swoop in.
Right? They're just ruining the fun at the bar at the hotel.
Dude, I feel bad for that girl sometimes because she gets a lot of shit on like social media and just like I've had her on the podcast before and she's talked like about just some of the things like people say to her like on dating sites and all that shit. And just like I couldn't imagine being a female in the chair.
Yeah, that's like retarded. I mean, at some point though, you kind of just gotta shrug that shit off. I mean, unless you're gonna do something about it.
Yeah, I don't know how I would react. Like if I was a female, you know, I'd just be like,
I don't know.
What I always think about it. Like, would it be any different? Like, you know.
Being in a wheelchair, yeah, because cathing would suck. That's for sure.
That'd be the worst part, dude.
That would definitely. Yeah. I couldn't.
I mean, as much
as.
And
then the other thing, like those cycles and whatnot, like
yeah.
I don't even know how you would deal with anything like that. Like I don't even want to think about it right now.
No.
That would just.
Yeah. As much as having like balls fucking sucks sometimes, like when you're transferring. It
would be like 10 times worse to just wake up and be like,
I will take having all my bits and pieces front and center.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Like, I mean, either which way you look at it, being in a wheelchair is not fun. But there are some perks to it. Like, you can take it how you want.
I think I've had way more fun in a wheelchair.
Oh yeah, like you can definitely get away with more too. It's so much. It's actually kind of funny how much more you can get away with. Oh, just being like, and because like you're always first in the airport line, like
true.
You know, like pat downs and everything.
Yeah. Being able to board the plane first. But then you have to get off last.
Right. I mean, well, that's my thing. I never mind getting off last in the first place anyway.
Well, there's some times where you're just like, fuck, I got to go piss.
Yeah.
And everyone's taking their time.
I'm not even kidding you. I just had to piss on the plane the last time when I was coming here.
You ever done that before?
No. I didn't even care, though.
Anyone walk you through it, or?
I mean, they told me like how to like throw a hood over your head.
Yeah, pitch a tent.
Right, but I didn't care. Like, I mean, I just was like, I didn't even say anything. I was like, I'm just gonna piss real quick.
You told your neighbor?
No, I didn't say a word. I was just like, I do it all casual and like obviously they see the catheter in my mouth.
You should give them a heads up next time.
Well, I mean, I cover everything so they don't see nothing.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, just give them a heads up next time.
Well, it was funny. I was listening in on their conversation that she was having with the other guy. Apparently, she was a nurse too. So
okay, so
I think she kind of figured exactly. I got the gist because she didn't.
See, I would have been more comfortable telling a nurse that like, hey, I'm paralyzed. I'm about to cath. But I always give them a heads up, except for the last time I flew. Forget where it was coming from, but I had a piss, and it was a night flight, right?
Yeah.
So most of everyone's sleeping. And the chick that was sitting next to me, it was this black chick, and she was watching Netflix with her headphones on, but she had fallen asleep. So I wasn't about to wake her up.
Right.
But I still pitch a tent, and I start cathing, and I'm about ready to
halfway through.
Yeah, exactly. She taps me on the shoulder, and she's like, and I was like, yeah. She's like, you know you can do that in the bathroom, right? And I was like, what do you think I'm doing? She's like, you sitting over there playing with yourself. And I was like, no. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but I'm paralyzed and I'm cathing. And she's just like, oh, I'm sorry, honey. Like, and so I finished my thing. And then afterwards, she just like had her headphones out. She was wide awake. And she just wanted to talk to me after that. I was just like,
weird.
Yeah, I just want to put my phones back in and get back to this podcast I'm listening to. Cause
did she want to help you? Is that what it was? She wanted to hold the
catheter.
Dude,
my first international flight, I was flying home this was after Switzerland, so we were flying home, and I was in the back of the plane, and it was just me and a girl solo on the seat setup was like 3-3-3, and we were in the middle 3.
Okay.
And we were right next to each other. And I did the same thing. I gave her a warning, said, hey, I'm going to pitch a tent. I'm going to start gathering.
Right.
And I like dropped the bottle.
Ah.
And so like I reached down there and pick it up, and she goes, excuse me, do you want me to help you? And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, do you need me to hold it? And I looked at her.
Hilarious.
Right, and I was like,
No.
I've only known you for the duration of this flight. I don't need you to hold it.
Right.
She goes, oh, no. I mean the bottle. You want me to hold the bottle for you? I said, I'm okay. Thank you.
That's funny.
But
Oh man, I've actually, you know, it's the weirdest thing. I've had guys offer to help in the thing. Like, have you ever had that happen? You're in the bathroom. Well, do you always go into the stall
in
to cath?
in an airport or on an airplane?
Any public restroom.
In a public restroom?
Yeah.
If the stall's available, I'll go in the stall.
Yeah.
If it's not, and I have to go, I'll go in a urinal.
Right. So usually when I'm going in a urinal, like, it doesn't happen a lot, but like every now and then I get a guy that comes over and just taps me on the shoulder and they're like, "Need help, boss? You good?"
That's
I'm
just
like,
weird. No, that's
right?
never happened, dude.
Really? Okay. Well, that's some
Yeah.
weird shit. Like, I don't know. I've had that happen before.
You're just setting off dudes' gaydars.
I guess, apparently.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's these good looks. Everybody likes them.
If he's got money.
Right? Exactly. Money plays.
Would, because you fly quite frequently now, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's like since you've discovered your independence.
Oh, dude. Ever since I first came out here 2 years ago, I think I've taken, like, at least over 30 trips.
Yeah.
Because it's at least, once or twice a month for rugby between U of A, USA, or here.
Would you say you pretty much got it down?
Oh, yeah. I'm pretty much to the point. I don't even need a shower chair for the toilet, honestly. I can use a regular toilet.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying like the travel aspect of it.
Well, yeah, I would say I do, but I've never been abroad, like overseas.
Yeah.
So I don't know how it works there. But I'm pretty damn good at it at any airport I go to and doing pretty much anything.
It's I mean, like the long flights, I mean, they suck because your feet swell.
Right.
Like you can wear compression socks; they take forever to put on.
Right.
I did it once. I didn't really notice much of a benefit. And the swelling, you just elevate your feet and.
Right.
You sit on your cushion, like.
Yeah, I sit on my cushion.
Yeah.
And
so I pretty much have to, like, even on like a 2-hour flight or even Seattle to Portland, which is like a 30-minute flight, I still put a cushion on.
Yeah, I'll do the short one, like 45 minutes is as low as I'll go without a cushion, but anything more than that, then I use a cushion.
Yeah, I just do it out of habit, and I pull my cushion off of the chair anyways, because I don't want to risk.
I take my whole chair apart before I get on the plane. I take my backrest off, my grips.
Yeah.
I fold it. I take my cushion, my backpack. Like, it looks like I'm moving into that plane.
Yeah.
And then that
way... Well, that's smart. I mean, it's a pain in the ass, but
right,
it's smart,
but then that way they can't break as much,
There's always...
lose as much.
Well, you always hear the horror stories of people losing shit or breaking shit.
I would probably make someone go home and contemplate their life's work.
Yeah.
If that ever happened. Because this stuff I would say. I couldn't imagine how livid I would be.
Yeah.
I pray it doesn't happen.
I've been pretty fortunate where I didn't have... I'm knock on wood, but
right,
I haven't had too many troubles with the airlines, but there are times where
I mean, I think so. Oh, dude, last tryouts, they lost me, Chad's, and Lee's shit right before tryouts, and we didn't have it the first day.
You didn't have your rugby stuff, right?
Yeah, I didn't have any rugby. No, I didn't have any travel stuff either.
Oh, right.
They lost all that. So
yeah, because if they would have lost my wheel bag, I would. Yeah, like I put everything in my wheel bag.
I had just my rugby chair. That was it.
Yeah.
I had nothing else. No cushion. No gloves.
Yeah.
No anything.
You have a wheel bag, right?
Yeah, I have a nice one actually. The U of A gave me.
I saw that.
Yeah, the little American flag with the A on the back.
Wheel bags, dude. So traveling with your rugby stuff is actually almost easier
with a wheel bag.
Well, with the rugby chair and the wheel bag, because you can put. I can get by. Like I've been out here. I will be out here for 10 days or so, but I'm able to pack everything I need.
Yeah.
And, you know, shower chair included, clothes, medical supplies, and
Everything
my
in your
rugby
wheel
stuff
bag?
into my wheel bag.
Yeah.
Then I throw my wheel bag on my rugby chair, and I can
just
push it through the airport.
Yep. That's what I do. I use my boot camp bag to pack all my regular stuff.
Yeah.
And then I fill my rugby bag with everything else. And then my strap's long enough that I just balance it on my front end of my picker. And I put the strap over the backrest.
Oh, okay.
My army bag in the center. And same thing, you can wheel that thing all the way through the entire airport yourself. Yeah. If you want.
I'm going to have to, like, watch how you pack and see if I can help you trim that bag up.
Yeah. My wheel bag has so much room in it. Like, I could probably literally throw my army bag into it.
Well, what I did was I bought the 26-inch wheel bag.
Ah, that's right.
Yeah, and I only use 24-inch wheels.
Right.
So it gives you a little bit more room. And then, like you were saying earlier, like the perks of being in a chair, like we don't get charged for heavy bags or medical.
Yeah.
And my bag, fully loaded, I think this time it clocked in at like 75.
Wow.
Yeah.
Mine are like 40 pounds.
Yeah.
Usually.
Yeah, usually mine will be like at 60. I had some extra shit.
So yeah, both of mine combined could be 80, I think. So yeah, quads carry a lot of crap when they travel.
Dude, a lot of it's just the medical stuff.
Right? Like,
because when I went to Australia, like I had an extra duffel bag. But when I came back, I was able to. It was one of those bags that
you could fold up and
Yeah.
put it back in your other bag.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. That's what I do every time I come here. I always bring supplies, and then whatever I don't need at the end, I'll just throw in the closet or something here, and I'll save it for next time I come.
Yeah, I actually have a box.
Yeah.
That like I'm sure we could set up, like just get you a box.
Right, we can just throw it in your stuff. It's just catheters and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't even know where that box is. I gotta go find it because I know I have some stuff in it.
Dude,
that
every time I come here, stuff's always changed up. It's like stinking U of A campus right here. Like,
well, that's why I wanted to put everything like inside of a box and label the box and just be like, all right, this is my stuff. And
don't touch.
I probably have some like baby wipes or something.
Put it up in that corner up there. Nobody touch it.
We'd never be able to touch it.
Just get a coat hanger, man.
Dude. Okay, so the other day, fucking Daniel, we had like a lamp like that one over there. And like it's got, you know, the two lamps, like one way up high and the one low.
Okay.
And he turns both of them on.
Okay.
The guy can stand, right?
Right.
He turns both of them on. I'm like, the fuck? And like I'm trying to go to bed. He's still downstairs watching a movie.
Dude.
I'm like, God damn it.
Just be glad you didn't have to room with him all week. Like, he doesn't know. So I don't know how much he's traveled with a lot of quads. So Daniel, don't take it personal if you listen to this, but like, he doesn't understand the bathroom orientation and like, you know, setting a time frame. Because he doesn't have to do it that way. He doesn't do a routine or anything.
Yeah, a program.
So he kind of just goes and does it when he needs to. And dude, like, there was a few times I was with him and I was like, man, like I would think I'm gonna get up to go get a shower or whatnot, and I'd be like, damn, he's in there right now. And I'd be like, oh. And then like, you know, so we go do our day to day.
He should just use one of the smaller bathrooms.
Right. Well, I mean, it's just.
Dude, I do sit
traveling.
I do sit in the half bathroom.
Yeah.
Because I know no one's gonna fucking bother me.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody's gonna like be like, oh fuck, I was gonna take a shower. Plus, it's like in the wintertime, it's the warmest room in the house. Yeah,
we had a good time there. That was the thing that surprised me was when I first met him, is he stood up.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. I was like, all right. It's like, I'm gonna have a good week then.
Well, I don't think I knew he stood up until I
watched him do that.
Well, I didn't even. It was on when I went to the room, you know, and I was just like, well, fuck, I'm going to bed. I don't know how much to turn that light off, so I just unplugged the bitch.
Yeah.
So, anyways, speaking of going to bed, dude, we're well over an hour now, and it's almost.
What time is it?
It's almost 10. It's 9:50 right now.
And what do we got tomorrow? We got headquarters.
Breakfast is at 8. We're going to headquarters, and then we're gonna go skydiving.
Yeah, I'm gonna actually send some gear to my grandmother this time.
Cool.
So I'm gonna get her a hoodie and some stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna drop it off at her place.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna pick up another hoodie.
Yeah, I'm gonna pick up a couple other.
I like him, but I always wear them out.
Yeah,
sleeves or the pockets or something.
I got mine from my first camp here is when I got my hoodie, and it's now worn to crap.
Yeah,
so
well, we also wear it all the time.
Yeah, every time I travel.
The only reason I'm not wearing one right now is because it's in the laundry.
Yeah.
So.
Actually, speaking of laundry, we got that to do.
Yeah, but before I let you go, I just wanted to get your predictions for next year
on
USQRA.
The national.
Who's winning the championship?
I don't know.
You don't have to be honest.
No, like honestly, it's gonna be probably just like last year. It'd be a 4-way tie to the final finish, and it's gonna come down to who makes the most mistakes. Like,
I haven't made any predictions yet, but based off of what I learned this weekend, I'm gonna set Denver as the favorites.
Yeah, I would definitely set them.
I got Texas as the dark horse.
Yeah, I could see them coming in and swooping it, but I don't know. It's always tough at that point. Like, it's so close.
Okay, so let's change the question. What tournament are you most looking forward to, besides nationals, obviously?
So I usually like the Phoenix ones because they're close. You don't have to travel.
Yeah.
Like, you just go down there and you play ball. Like,
yeah.
So, and those are.
And then the facility's awesome.
Right, and the facility's perfect. Other than that, like, I always get excited for my home tournaments too, because then that's when we get all the guys over to the house too. So
true.
So and this year we got turf in the backyard now with a little grill pit. We're gonna have a fire pit. Hopefully that little heater.
Hopefully that falls on a UFC weekend like last time.
Yeah, dude, yeah. We could have a big old party. So that's the same thing we're planning this year again.
All right. Well, if I don't think Oscar Mike will be invited to that because it's a high level, but if there's any teams out there that's looking for a 0.5, I might be interested.
I mean, yeah, we'll have to. Cause you and Mason were out there last year. That was because you were on Joe's.
He was playing on Joe's team, and I was playing with the Houston boys.
Okay, yeah. So try and set something up like that again.
Yeah, I mean either that or maybe we can get like a militia team and see what McDaniels is up to or something.
So or we can just if anything, we can have a couple of you guys come out and you can just come practice and everything and stay at the house or whatnot.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So.
Well, I don't know where I'll be. That's usually around February?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know where I'll be at that time, but I'm sure it'll be nice to get out of the rain or the snow.
Yeah, come down to paradise for a little bit.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, we'll wrap this thing up, dude. Thanks for doing this.
Yeah, no worries. Thanks for having me, Tim.
Yeah, brother. You take it easy, man.
You too.